Good morning, children. Welcome to online class. Now we are going to discuss electric field due to the system of point charges. Suppose a number of point charges are distributed in space. To find the electric field at some point P due to this collection of point charges, superposition principle is used. Listen, children. In the previous topic, to calculate the total force, we use superposition principle. Like that, here is also to calculate the total electric field due to the system of point charges, we are using the principle of superposition. The electric field at an arbitrary point due to a collection of point charges is simply equal to the vector sum of the electric field created by the individual point charges. This is called superposition of electric field. This we can understand by using, let us consider the point charge. Let us consider the point charges Q1, Q2, Q3, etc. The last one is I am going to take as what? Qn. Let us consider a collection of point charges Q1, Q2, Q3, etc. Q1 located at a various point in space. Now, I want to calculate the total electric field at some point. Let us consider here the point is I am going to take as what? This point is I am taken as what? P. Okay. The total electric field at some point P due to all these n charges I want to calculate. So I am going to take on the Q1 with respect to the point P. The distance is what? R1P. Okay, it is moving from Q1 to P. Next I am taken the charge 2. That is Q2. So Q2 to this here distance is R2P. Okay, next I am taken what? Q3. From Q3 if I write means here I will get R3P. Then etc. The last one is we are going to take as what? Qn. So Q1 to this point is I am going to consider what? RNP. Okay, understand? So here we are going to calculate the electric field. Okay, here I am going to calculate the electric field due to the system of point charges. So for this, listen children, first I am going to calculate the total electric field. The total electric field, how we are going to calculate means according to the superposition principle. What is the definition? Vector sum of the electric field created by the individual point charges. So vector sum I can write here. E total vector is equal to, due to the first charge Q1, the electric field is taken as what? E1 vector. Plus, due to the second charge, I can write here E2 vector. Plus, etc. Add all the value. Then the last one what? En vector. Okay, so the vector sum of the electric field created by the individual point charge. That is only we are called as what? Total electric field. Okay, the total electric field is equal to what? Vector sum of the electric field created by the individual point charges. Now substitute the value. So listen children, for E1, we know the general formula for E. E is equal to what formula? E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. If I write vector means here V vector is equal to what will come? R cap. So listen, for the first charge means, listen, what is the direction here? For the first charge E1 means we are taken here E1 vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R. Here what is the distance? R1P. So I can write here R1P. And in the cap also I can write here R1P cap. Okay, like that I can calculate for E2, E3, E4, etc. up to the last En. Okay, all this value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. So we will get now the next step. Listen, E total vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught I am taken as common. Then due to the first charge, then second charge, third charge, plus etc. Add all the value, then the last charge. So we will get the formula E total vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1p square R into R1p cap plus Q2 by R2p square into R2p cap plus Q3 by R3p square into R3p cap plus etc. plus Qn by Rnp square into Rnp cap. Okay, children. So here R1p, R2p, R3p, etc. Rnp are distance. Okay, Q1, Q2, Q3, etc. Qn are called as what? Charges. Okay, and also listen, R1p cap, R2p cap, R3p cap, etc. Rnp cap or the corresponding unit vector directed from Q1, Q2, Q3, etc. Q1 to P. That only we see in the diagram. Okay, next step, listen. We are going to add all this value and simplify. Okay, so listen here, everywhere listen, Q by R square, Q by R square, Q by R square, Q by R square. So in general, we can written as E total vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here the value will be start from 1 to n. So here the summation of I is equal to 1 to n. Initial value is starting value is 1 and the final value is what? N. So I can write here summation of I is equal to 1 to n into here. Listen, the 1 to n values I can return as what? Here I is equal to. So we can write here Qi by Rip square into Rip cap. Okay, understand children? So from this we can understand the total electric field formula. Now we can see another one example. Based upon this electric field due to the system of point charges, here we are going to take on 3 point charges. Okay, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, then next we are consider one point P. So Q1 and the point P having the distance R1P, Q2 and P R2P, Q3 and P R3P. Okay, next we are going to draw the electric field for this one. So listen children, first I am taken the Q1. Q1 is what charge? Positive charge. So at the point P, if you see, the resultant electric field is outward. Okay, if we have taken the charge is what? Positive charge. So the resultant electric field is in an outward direction along the line joining of Q1. Next come to the Q2. Okay, for Q2 listen, the Q2 I am going to consider the point is here I am taken. For the charge Q2 I draw the resultant electric field is again here positive charge, so it is an outward direction. So along Q2 the direction is in an outward direction. Okay, next I am taken the charge about Q3. Okay, for the charge Q3 the resultant E3P vector is in an outward direction because here is also the charge is what? Positive charge. So Q1 is a positive charge, the resultant is in an outward direction. Q2 is the positive charge, so it is an again outward direction. Q3 is the positive charge, again it is an outward direction. So now listen children, at the point P, now we having 3 vectors. E1P, E1P vector, E2P vector, E3P vector. Okay, you want to calculate the resultant. So for calculating the resultant, listen, we have taken E1P vector as it. Next, E2P vector, take this magnitude and draw here. Okay, how to join? Head to tail. Okay, this is the order. So tail here I draw and draw the magnitude of what? E2P vector. Next listen children. Next take the concept of what? E3P. It is going in this direction. Okay, so you draw this along this direction, the magnitude of what? E3P vector. So the different direction of the vectors are now along this direction. So this is the starting point and this is taken as what? Ending point. So draw one line. It will be indicated in the blue color. Okay, so this resultant length, that is the relative length of the electric field vector for the charges depends on relative distance of the charges to the point field. Okay, like that listen, if you add the value of E total vector is equal to E1P vector plus E2P vector plus E3P vector. Okay, so like this we will get the resultant vector along this direction. Okay, understand children? Next, electric field lines. Electric field vectors are visualized by the concept of electric field lines. They form a set of continuous lines which are the visual representation of the electric field in some region of space. So, the electric field vectors are visualized by the concept of electric field lines. They form a set of continuous lines which are the visual representation of the electric field in some region of space. This you can understand by drawing the electric field line for charges. So now we can see the rules to draw the electric field line. First point, if you consider one isolated positive charge, you all already know that for the positive charge, the electric field direction is outward. So for a positive point charge, the field lines are directed radially outward. If you take the negative charge, here you all know that the electric field lines are toward, that is inward. So for an isolated negative charge, the electric field lines start at infinity. Listen, it will be started from infinity to end at the negative charge. So for an isolated negative charge, the electric field lines start at infinity to and end at negative charge. If you consider the isolated positive charge, the electric field lines start from the charge and end only at infinity. Okay, understand children? So the electric field lines are start from the positive charge and end at negative. Okay, or end at what? Negative or at infinity. So we are consider what? Or at infinity. So the electric field lines start from a positive charge and end at negative charge. Okay, understand children? So this is the first point. So the electric field lines start from a positive charge and end at a negative charge or infinitely. Second point, listen children, take this diagram. Here I am going to consider this the direction of what? Electric field. Here we are going to consider one point P. At this point P, I draw one tangential line. This tangential line will be gives the direction of the electric field. So from this listen, the electric field vector at a point in space is tangential to the electric field line at that point. Okay, understand? That is the second point. Next, come to the third point. If you see in the center, it is what? Positive charge. You know that positive charge, the electric field lines are moving in an outward direction. Here we are going to consider two plane surface area A and B. if you see A, it is having more number of lines are crossing. At B, less number of lines are crossing. So listen children, the number of line passing through a given surface area perpendicular to the line. Here listen, for this area, these lines are perpendicular. Okay, understand? So if you see here, the number of line passing through a given surface area perpendicular to the line is proportional to the magnitude of the electric field. Okay, so listen here, more number of lines are crossing means listen, it is having more electric field. Here the less number of lines are crossing means the electric field value is what? Less. In another way also we can say that from this charge Q, okay, let us consider that this charge is taken as Q. We have taken the point A surface area is very closer. Okay, when the area is less, we know that another one concept, that is E is equal to what formula? Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square. So from this we know that the value of E is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Okay, if I taken only the magnitude, so I will write like this also. Okay, so the magnitude of the electric field for a point charge decreases. Okay, decreases when the distance increases. When the distance increases, this value will be what? Decreases. Okay, so only at the point A we having the more electric field and the point B we having the lesser electric field. Okay, in another way also we can say that the electric field lines are denser. That is here, if you see here, the lines are what? More close each other. Okay, more closer. So, the electric field lines are denser in a region where the electric field has larger magnitude. The electric field lines are denser or less dense in a region where the electric field is of smaller magnitude. Okay, understand children? So the electric field has greater magnitude at the surface A than at B. Therefore, the number of lines crossing the surface A is greater than the number of lines crossing the surface B. Here we want to note that at surface B, the electric field lines are further apart compared to the electric field lines at the surface A. Okay, understand children? So, we are consider here the magnitude of the electric field decreases as the distance increases. Okay, understand? Next point. Important 2-mark question. The electric field lines never intersect. Justify. Here listen children. When you see here, no two electric field lines intersect each other. If two lines cross at a point, if we have taken one point here P, at this point P, listen, two lines are cross at a point, then there will be two different electric field vector at the same point. Okay, in the last class case, listen children, if you draw, we having only one line of the electric field. Okay, if I taken here, listen, the two lines are crossing means, listen, it having two direction of the electric field. It does not happen. Okay, so if some charge is placed in the intersection point, okay, at this point P, if I place one charge means, listen, then it has to move in two different direction at the same time. Okay, so listen, here we are placing one charge. This charge, we having two electric field direction means, listen, the charge want to move in two different direction at the same time. It is physically impossible. Hence, the electric field lines do not intersect. Understand? Next point. The number of electric field lines that emanate from the positive charge or end at a negative charge is directly proportional to the magnitude of the charge. Okay, listen children, this point is very important. Based upon this concept, 1 mark also asked. number of electric field lines that emanate from a positive charge or end at a negative charge is directly proportional to the magnitude of the charge. This we can understand by using the example. In the first one, listen, here we have taken one positive charge. Okay, you know that positive charge means the electric lines are moving in an outward direction. Okay, so listen, what is the concept here we are told? The number of, okay, listen children, the number of the electric field line that emanate from a positive charge, okay, the number of the line emanate from the positive charge is directly proportional to the magnitude of the charge. Okay, so our magnitude of the charge means, listen, that depends upon the how many number of the lines are here. So if you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the number of field line emanating from the positive charge plus Q is what? 8. Okay, then the second diagram, if you take the second diagram in your book, listen, we have taken the minus Q charge. In the minus Q charge, listen, the electric lines are coming inward. Okay, count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So here the value is what? 16. Okay, so if you see these two examples, the magnitude of the second charge is twice that of the first charge. Okay, so the number of field line drawn from minus Q is twice in number that for the charge plus Q. So from this we can understand that, listen, the number of electric line that emanate from the charge is directly proportional to the magnitude of the charge. So how many number of the lines are emanating, that depends upon the magnitude of the charge. Here 8 lines, so we are taken as what? Q. Here listen, it is here that is positive charge, so plus Q. Here listen, here 16 lines, 16 here we are compared here what? 2Q. Okay, here the negative charge, so we are consider here what? Minus 2Q. Understand children? Next, electric dipole and its property. First, we are going to see the definition of electric dipole. It is a very important concept. So, what do you mean by electric dipole? Two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance constitute an electric dipole. Two equal and opposite charges, two equal in magnitude. That means we can take one of the charges minus Q and another one charges we are taken as what? Plus Q. Two equal magnitude. That is here also Q, here is also Q. Okay. So listen, two equal, the first one and the second one, two equal and opposite charges are separated by a small distance. Okay. That is only we are called as what? Electric dipole. In many molecules, the center of the positive and negative charge do not coincide. Okay, very important here. The center of positive and negative charge do not coincide. Such a molecule behaves as a permanent dipole. Dipole means, listen, it is having some distance separation. So, what are the molecule? The center of the positive and negative charge do not coincide. That is, we are called as what? Permanent dipole. For example, water, that is H2O. Okay, here listen children. HO, here is O, then H. Okay, so this will be what? Separated by H and O will be separated by a small distance. O and H is again separated by a small distance. That is a negative charge and the positive charge are separated by a small distance. Another one example also, listen. CO. Okay, the C and O are separated by a small distance. So another example also we can consider. Example CO, water, ammonia, HCl, etc. Let us consider two equal and opposite point charge, that is minus Q then plus Q. Okay, separated by a distance 2a, that is from the center here A and here what? A. The total they are separated by a distance is what? 2a. So the electric dipole moment, okay, the electric dipole moment, if you see here, the electric lines are moving from positive charge to the negative charge, okay. So the electric dipole moment will be moving from negative charge to the positive charge. It is the direction of what? Electric dipole moment. So we can define the electric dipole moment is denoted by P vector. So P vector is equal to one of the charge, listen, Q. For Q, if you are taken, the distance is nothing here, listen, we can consider here R positive vector. Initially, listen, actually it is denoted by A, that we can substitute in the second step. Here, from the y-axis, listen, the positive charge having the distance is R positive vector, and the negative having the direct, listen, R negative vector. Okay, so only we are getting the formula. Electric dipole moment is the product of magnitude of the charge into, that is the magnitude of the charge into the distance between them, like that we are going to derive. So here P vector is equal to Q into R positive vector plus minus Q into R negative vector. So already I told that for positive vector, what is the value? A. Okay. For a negative vector, what is the value? We can write here minus A. Okay. And also listen children, if you see here, the direction of the positive vector, it is along the positive I cap. Here for the negative, it is along the minus I cap. Okay, so I can write here what? Minus I cap. So only we will get here what? Minus. Okay, so here what? Positive I cap. So P vector is equal to QA I cap minus, there is a charge is here what? Minus Q. A into, the direction is what? Minus I cap. So here minus into minus plus. So QA I cap plus QA I cap, that is equal to what you are getting? 2QA I cap. Okay, understand children? So we have considered two equal and opposite charges are separated by a distance 2a. From this we can derive P vector is equal to 2QA I cap. Okay. P vector is equal to 2QA I cap. It is a very important formula. The electric field vector lies along the line joining two charges and is directed from minus Q to plus Q. The direction of the electric dipole moment is what? Minus Q to plus Q. Okay, then the SI unit of the dipole moment. Here what is the concept? Charge and distance. So the unit is coulomb meter. Unit is coulomb meter. Okay, understand? So if you see here, listen children, when two charges are placed along the x-axis, or even if the two charges are placed along the y-axis or z-axis, the direction of the dipole moment is from minus Q charge to plus Q charge. Okay, this direction is very, very important. The direction is from minus Q to plus Q. So from this we can define electric dipole moment. The magnitude of the electric dipole moment is equal to the product of the magnitude of one of the charges and the distance between them. So we will get the formula, that is the magnitude means, listen, modulus of P vector is equal to 2QA. Modulus of P vector is equal to 2QA. Okay, understand children? And also we know that the unit for the charge, it is coulomb. Coulomb, listen, capital C, and A, that is, listen, distance, you can write small a. Okay, it is very important, capital C. Okay, you must be have the difference between the coulomb, meter and centimeter. Okay, if you write like this means, listen, the mark will be reduced. So listen, coulomb meter is the unit of what? Electric dipole moment. Understand? So listen, like possible to define and calculate the electric dipole moment for a collection of point charges. So The electric dipole moment for a collection of n-point charges is given by. So n-point charges means listen q1 to q1, q2, q3, etc. qn. So listen, we can write the formula for n-point charges, that is p vector is equal to summation of I is equal to 1 to n. Okay, I is equal to 1 to n qi ri vector. So the value of the I will be lies from the first charge to the nth charge. Here Ri vector is the position vector of charge Qi from the origin. Okay, understand children? This is all about today class.